Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Cartoon Soup podcast. I'm Marco. I'm here with Mal. Today we are talking about my personal queer crushes as a child, mostly from cartoons and anime. Mal did 2 episodes on this where they did the live action and also the cartoon ones, and I thought I would do my version for my characters. And Mal asked me if it's gonna be bad. I don't think so. Maybe. Let's just wait and see. So let's go
Yeah.
ahead and start with Mal's predictions. So Mal's predictions were like very generic boy, normal but gay, tall, obviously, POC, and he would wear the pants, obviously. And some of these are pretty right, some of these are wrong. So, anyways, let's go ahead and start with the first one. So, first off, we have Batman, and I also did this based on the order their original series released. So, Batman was originally released in 1939, but the main ones I'm talking about is from Batman the Animated Series and The Batman the Animated Series, the TV show specifically, not the movie, not the live action movie. So, first, let's talk about why I liked him and more about him. So, Bruce Wayne was one of those characters I've always had like a small amount of attractiveness during my childhood. Basically, I've always felt like a little bit about him, like a little bit of a way about him. If I had to guess, I was probably introduced to Batman from Batman the Animated Series or The Batman the Animated Series. Those are my main ways of remembering him. I specifically am a bigger fan of how he looks in The Batman, not the original Batman Animated Series. One of my main themes of my childhood crushes is like hyper masculinity or like real buffness. I was really into super masculine men, and since Batman typically was really buff in all of these types of shows, it also made me like think some kind of way of him. So Mal, what is your prediction?
This is so fascinating. You know what? I feel like I can see the Batman being a bigger crush than Batman.
Yeah.
Well, it's so vague because I feel like he's a little bit different in each iteration of him.
Yeah.
But
I would say if I had to rank these separately, I think I would have ranked it higher.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Was there like a general thing? Was there like any like pet peeves you had about his character as a kid?
I think there are two main ones, or I guess one main one. One of them would kind of be a spoiler that I'm going to get into once I talk about like the things I didn't like about him as a child. But he was always too serious for me.
Okay.
And he was a bit generic as well.
Okay, then I'm gonna say, and this is ranking S A B C D D D. Wait,
so
what's the ranking?
S to D.
S to D. Okay, I'm gonna say B.
So it is actually a D, which I knew you would get this one wrong. It's okay. You'll start to catch along sooner or later. So why I didn't like him? I liked him. That being said, he was always too serious of a character for me. I did like grumpy characters as a child, but as a child, as an adult, I've always been more of a fan of like the goofball character or the big dumb idiot type. And him being really serious didn't really do it for me. Also, he was a bit too generic and a bit too moody for me. I felt like other crushes I had were more exciting for me. So it was a D for him. So yeah, sorry, Mel.
Okay, so can I ask you a question? Of all the animated Batmans you've seen, which one would you rank the highest?
I would rank the one from the Batman because that one I like the look. I also like how he has like a very caring side. During the season, he meets Robin and Batgirl, which I know is a part of like all the Batman's characters, but I feel like I like it the most out of the Batman version. And I think I would give that one like a BC because it's still a bit like moody and generic for me, but I still liked him more than the others.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's go into the next one. You don't have to hold my hand for this, Mal. So let's talk about Zoro from One Piece. So about him and why I liked him. I haven't watched or read One Piece since I was a child. So if any of the information about this character is wrong, just know it's because I haven't experienced this character since I was a child. Zoro was a character I was ravenous for as a child. First of all, he's super masculine, and I found that very like attractive. He's also a big dumb idiot type, and I also loved like that type of character. That's pretty much the main reasons I liked him. Another reason is that he had kind of a tan, so it gave me like kind of POC vibes. There aren't that many, as you'll see, POC characters in this list, mostly because I didn't have like that experience like of media. There wasn't that many media out there that featured those types of characters for me as a child. So yeah, Mal, what do you think I ranked him?
Well, first of all, ravenous, that's an interesting word to use. And second of all, I literally know nothing about One Piece except for the
Yeah,
fact that their POC characters look very suspicious.
yeah.
Okay, you said he's big and dumb. And he has a tan. Okay. I'm gonna say S.
And you would be correct.
Yes.
So I ranked him S. I don't have any dislikes about him, at least from what I remember. I was entranced with this character. I wanted him to an embarrassing degree, and I still kind of like him as an adult also. So S, yes. Good job, Mal. So another One Piece character, we have Smoker. This was a crush that mostly came out of the desire for Zoro and Smoker to explore each other's bodies. Sorry, I had to say it like that. I had to.
You don't
Um,
have to use those words, actually.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's also super masculine, which also helped. I found the fact that he was a smoker also to be nice, but let me make this clear: I would never date a smoker in real life. Like the idea is cool, but the reality that the like, how do I say that? The actual way it would go about disgusting. I also like that he's an inner softie. So Mal, what do you think I ranked him?
Okay, you said he's an inner softie, but is he generally mean?
He is an antagonist. Um,
Oh, okay. He's a bad
but
guy.
so in the story, basically the main good guys are the pirates, and the main bad guys are the Marines.
He's in the army.
Yeah,
Mm.
but keep in mind this was when I was a child.
Right, okay. Child Marco. I'm going to say C.
So close. It's actually an A. So I'm not the biggest fan of antagonists. I don't really find villain characters that attractive, but this was an exception for me. I really, really enjoyed that Zoro X Milk Crate material, and that was the main reason for it. So yeah. So next up, Mal, hold my hand.
I'm spiritually holding your hand.
Okay, next up we have Leorio from Hunter x Hunter. He's a goofy character and very kind. He starts the series being a bit mean, but ends up being a softie too. I liked how that canon the romance between him and Kurapika, which is the blonde one in the picture. And I also like the speech he gives during the election arc, like during the end of the anime, where basically our main character Gon is in the hospital and he's giving a speech on like how he needs to like help Gon and everything, because like Gon was put under a curse by Nen or something like that, if I remember correctly. I also like that he punches Gon's dad, which really helped me a lot too. So Mal, what did you think I ranked him?
Okay, what is that blondie? Is that a boy or a girl?
That's a boy.
Okay. Tiny glasses.
Mm,
I'm gonna say, should I also say that I barely know anything about anime?
yeah, you should say that. You barely know anything
Okay.
about these characters.
I barely know anything about any of these characters. You know what? I'll bring it up if I know these fucking characters. B.
B, you were so close. It's actually an A, or it is a B. My God,
Wait,
oh my
you
God, so
fucking,
sorry,
you
so
how
sorry, so
fucking
sorry.
dare
I
you?
thought I ranked him an A. I think I changed it later in the while I was editing this. So it is a B. My bad. Good job. So the glasses, I am not a big fan of that. Like you noticed, I still liked him as a character as I was a child, though. He's also a bit too stupid, and I hated how he acted during the beginning of the series, where like there was a scene where like basically they were taking a test, all the main characters were taking a test, and he wanted to look at like a naked woman in exchange for like chances of passing the exam or losing the chance to pass the exam, which was really dumb and really annoyed me. So yeah, not proud of this crush, but it was something that happened. Okay, next one. Gerald from The Witcher. I think you know about this one at least.
I do. I've played the games.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
It's fine.
It's
I
fine.
like
Okay.
the woman in Witcher 3.
Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that, but that's cool to know. Looks like we both like The Witcher 3 then. So I don't remember much about Gerald since I haven't played the game since I was like in middle school. But this is a game I want to replay as an adult. I found Gerald really attractive as a child. I wanted him to redact him. I redacted all like, oh my god, I can't believe I said that. Pretend I didn't write that down and didn't say it out loud. What can I say? He's hyper masculine and he's also a bit of a moody character. And I want to be like a grumpy sunshine scenario. I want to be the one that changed him or something like that. So Mel, what do you think I ranked him?
Okay. I feel like I'm learning too much about you. I'm gonna say, look at his little waist in that up. Okay. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go S.
And you would be right. So I don't remember anything bad about him as a child. Honestly, I don't have that many memories about most of my crushes as a child, but I did want him very, very badly. So yeah, it was an S. And next up, oh wait, you don't have to hold my hand for this one. Next up we have Alejandro from Total Drama. I think Alejandro might have been like a bad boy kind of pick as a child. He was mean and conniving, and while I did have mixed feelings about that, I still thought he was pretty attractive to me. I'm pretty sure I kind of liked the fact that Alejandro was very self-confident, which isn't something that I would like nowadays. Mal, what do you think I ranked him?
I have a question. Is this the only Total Drama character that shows up on here?
No, there's another. Can you guess?
Right, okay. Okay, I pray it's not the cowboy.
The cowboy?
Yeah, the one with the hat. He's not a cowboy. I think he's like a surfer dude or whatever, but he has a cowboy hat.
Oh, okay.
Forgot his name. But he has like a six-pack.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Alejandro. He could not have been ranked that high. And if he is, I'm going to be so disappointed in you. Not the soul patch. I'm going to say... I'm going to say D.
And you would be correct. So the same reasons I liked him were also the same reasons I disliked him as a child. I didn't like that he was mean, and I don't like villains or antagonists like I mentioned before, so it was automatically a low ranking for me. Him being full of himself was also kind of the reason I disliked him as well and liked him at the same time. Kind of complicated, I know. But I would find it a very negative feature as I grew older. And again, I disliked the facial hair very much. So yeah, that's the main reasons I disliked him. So very low ranking. Okay, now hold my hand, Mal.
I'm spiritually holding your hand.
Okay, next up we have Duncan from Total Drama from the same series. Did you just make a groan?
No, continue with your speech.
Okay. So this is kind of another like bad boy pick as a child. Duncan was kind of rude, but he was also like secretly kind, and that would show on later in the series. He was also somewhat of an idiot, which always worked for me. I like that he was a bit confident when trying to get with Courtney as well. So what do you think I ranked him?
Okay, well, first I want to say I think it is very fascinating that as a kid, okay, I did not like this man. I did not like this man because he was in between the way of Courtney and Gwen kissing. He can't be too high. He can't. Does he also have a soul patch?
Yes, he does.
Aren't these people like 16?
They are teenagers.
Okay,
I think it's just how they animate the facial hair. I think it's just a design choice.
Okay, but it's teenagers with soul... Whatever. Well, he's not as mean as Alejandro. I'm gonna... I'll say... C.
Oh, it's a C.
Yes!
You're right. So he's a bit too mean, like I mentioned before. Even though he was secretly kind at some points, I didn't like how mean he could be. And I didn't like the fact that he bullied Harold too. I also don't like the actual hair and the facial hair. The mohawk is not something I would go for, especially a green dyed mohawk. That's just not me. And also not the biggest fan that he cheated in the past. As a child, I don't think I really cared about that though.
I totally forgot he did that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go to the last one of my child crushes, and then we'll go into my theoretical crushes. So let's talk about Superboy from Young Justice. So he was a bit mean, but I also found him attractive. He was also a bit more masculine, which really helped, and that's pretty much all my notes on him. So what do you think I ranked him?
Well, I have a question. I've never seen Young Justice. Is Superboy in this version still like the genetic child of Superman and Lex Luthor?
Oh my god, I don't remember. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could answer that.
Okay.
From what I remember, he was basically a survivor, and he gets left stranded on Earth, and then Superman like becomes an adoptive father for him, I think. That's what I remember though.
Okay. Well, I don't know much about... Okay, Is he mean? Do you remember him being mean?
He is mean. He's kind of rude.
Okay. Okay, but he has muscles. And no weird soul patch. And kind-looking eyes. I'm gonna say B.
It is a C.
Fuck!
So, he was mean, and I didn't like that about him. I also don't like how he broke up with his girlfriend after season 1. Even though I did kind of want him breaking up with his girlfriend really annoyed me as a kid. He was also a bit too grumpy and kind of forgettable for me.
Wait, who was his girlfriend?
It was a Martian girl. Miss Martian, I think.
What? What?
Yeah, Martian girl.
I can't
I
believe you.
forgot her name.
Wait,
You should
what's the
search it
connection
up.
to Martian Manhunter? Is that his daughter or just a different girl
I think
entirely?
they're from the same planet.
Well, yeah, they're Martians.
I don't remember. I think okay, it's kind of spoilers, but I remember like she pretends she's a Martian, but turns out like she's another type of alien.
Oh,
Um
then
like
I don't
she
know.
I forgot. I don't know. I wish I
Who
could help
cares?
you.
Who cares? One of these days we'll review Young Justice. Who cares?
Yeah. So let's talk about let's summarize what we've learned. So goofy big dumb idiot, like I mentioned before, grumpy kind of. I want to be a grumpy sunshine scenario, but I would get annoyed with the grumpiness after a while. Black hair specifically, but also white hair and green hair showed up twice for both. So kind slash inner softy, self confident, though I would get annoyed after a while, and that's not something I would enjoy as an adult. Buff, which I'm kind of ashamed of as a child, as an adult, but like it's what I was into as a child. Taller than me, straight maybe because most of these characters give off straight vibes, and light skin and white as well. Only because I was lacking media. Let me make that clear. So let's talk about what's different. So I lean a lot more towards like the goofy types. I also care a lot less about buffness, and I have a lot more crushes on like BIPOC characters. And I hate like men who are hyper confident. I want more kind men. I still prefer black haired guys, and I dislike grumpy characters a lot more. So thoughts, Mel?
There were no like crazy surprises. I was a little disappointed in Duncan being there. You know what? It wasn't horrible, and I'm glad that you've changed as a human being.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, now let's talk about theoretical ones. So these are characters I could have had feelings for if they came out when I was a child. So first of all, we have Ballister from Nimona. So I feel like Ballister came in one of my first like BIPOC crushes as a child. I'm not sure though, but I could see that being the case. I think I would have specifically liked how he looked in the movie, and I would have really enjoyed his relationship with Nimona as well. I would have found the found family aspects really helpful to me. So what do you think, Mel?
Well, I think that the version of him that we got in the movie fucking sucked. I just feel like I didn't really like. Well, okay, so we're going by the rules of what you liked as a child.
Yes, I let me make this clear. I don't really have a crush on him as an adult, but like as a child, what would I think?
Okay, okay. Well, no soul patch. So I'm gonna have to go with A.
So I actually ranked him a B.
Fuck.
So like I mentioned before, not the biggest fan of the facial hair, even though it isn't a soul patch, still not the biggest fan of it. I didn't really like the romance between him and like the blonde haired guy. I feel like after what happened, everything between them, they should have like stayed broken up. Also, I don't like how he treated Nimona in the first movie or in the movie in general, and I'm not sure how I would have felt about that as a child. So yeah, B. Okay, hold my hand, Mel.
Spiritually gripping onto your hand.
Okay, so next we have Giovanni from
What
Epitheta
the
Race.
fuck?
I think I would have been a fan of his silliness. I would have loved how he basically became the man who stepped up and takes care of Molly as a child. And that's my notes.
I need to take a fucking walk. This is disgusting. Give me
What do
some of
you
your
think I would
Pepto
rank?
Bismol.
What?
Give me some of your Pepto Bismol. I'm gonna be fucking sick. Um, this has to be a D, right? D's the lowest. This has to be a D.
So I think I would have given him a B as a
You're
child.
disgusting.
Um, what makes you say that?
I just hated that fucking character.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow. So he is a bit too pathetic and too silly, and I don't think I would really go crazy with him. You know, I could see ranking this over to a C now that I'm thinking about it. Like a bit too pathetic, too silly. I don't know, maybe a C. Okay, next up, we have Yamada from You and Our Polar Opposites. I think this character would have been like a healthy stepping stone into my taste as an adult. He's silly, he's also very chill, caring, and positive guy. I also have loved the romance between him and Nishi, which is like the female love interest for the story. I think I would have wanted to been in Nishi's position as a child. So what do you think I ranked this?
He's not masculine, but he doesn't seem like a mean guy. You know what? I'm gonna give him a B.
A, B between those two?
No, a B.
Oh, okay. So I think it would have been an A. I think the only thing I wouldn't like was him being like him not being super buff. So that's pretty much it. I think I got those all right, if I remember correctly. I think I put L'Oreal on B when he, oh no, I don't remember how I ranked these. But that's my rankings.
I cannot believe that Alejandro is in the same category as Batman. I'm going insane. This is out of context. You could not fucking guess what this was about.
Yeah, I think you're right. But anyways, that's my presentation. Thank you for watching. My stomach doesn't hurt anymore.
You can't
So
mention your stomach because they don't know.
okay, before we start recording this, I had a stomach ache, so I took some Pepto-Bismol, and I feel better now.
Okay, well, that's good for you because I feel fucking sick.
I'm sorry, Mal. Anyways, that's my presentation. We have social medias in the description. We have a gaming channel. Check that out. Don't let your brains become soup. Goodbye.
More like gay bye.
Let me stop this shit.
More like GSA bye.